Hello, my swarm. Are you guys ready for mission number 4 of Starcraft Mass Recall? I absolutely am. Really excited about this. First day that I've recorded two VODs of Mass Recall. But it is like 16 hours difference. Sleepy Grant is no more. Wide Awake Grant at 1:50 a.m. is here to stay. And we are going to char. Last time we fought off Edmund Duke, his frontline, I guess, and then we watched a very slow cutscene about Terran being killed, and now we're still on char.
Seraphics, be warned. While Dagoth is occupied with the forces of the Dominion, the emanations of the chrysalis have called even more of our enemies to char.
These too shall be eradicated by your hand, Seraphic. For you grow more cunning with each passing battle. Indeed, you are a testament to my will and the fury of the Swarm. Yet first must you stay your wrath and watch over the chrysalis a while longer. For the very hour of the Sleeper's rebirth is at hand, and soon my greatest creation shall be loosed.
What could it be? I hope it's like a Kinder Egg toy. That'd be exciting. Maybe there's a Bionicle in there.
Alright. All crews stay frosty and keep your eyes peeled for our target. Remember, not only are we up against the Zerg here, but our old pal General Duke may be creeping around too. Let's hope this trip wasn't a big mistake.
Alrighty. We probably don't want to put all the guys in gas at the beginning. That'd be a pretty whack opening. So I tried turning off unit response sounds. Ooh, that's like... Now there's like no sound. Okay, for this, I'm just gonna try... I'm gonna try today's mission without unit response sounds on because the Zerg unit responses are very loud, and I would really appreciate some feedback. What do you guys think? Is it gonna be better or is it just too quiet? And I will try to dynamically adjust based off of that. Oh, hello. Oh, that guy's still there. Okay, I'm gonna try to use the parasite. This is the Queen. Back before the Queen was a terrain-based slow lady, it used to be a flying Zerg spellcaster that didn't fight. I'll go over its abilities in a second for everybody that does not know. I just need to stop getting attacked for a moment, because this is kind of a pain. I don't know why they decided that the extractor there was of imminent national importance to take out, but I do appreciate that they weren't fighting my Hydras. So this mission is a weird one. First, it is a time defense segment for 10 minutes, as you can see up here. And then after that time defense segment, we have to go kill James Raynor's command center. Okay. So there is a base up here, I believe. Queens are fast, by the way. Like, they are rapid ladies. I don't know why they decided that on the ground they were going to be geriatric, but I really appreciate them here. So we're going to take this base, and then I will be able to talk about my favorite silly spellcaster. So the Queen has 3 abilities. First one is Parasite. Parasite's actually pretty cool. It attaches a parasite, and it gives vision of the parasited unit. So as we can just watch this dropship going around doing dropship stuff, and as long as we let that dropship live, we should be able to know when there's an incoming drop. So there actually is a tactical benefit to letting my opponent's stuff stay alive, which I think is just cool. It's not as good. It's actually really bad against players. The only time that this ability is good against actual players is the, what are they called? The like Lyotes and stuff on the map. Where'd you go, Mr. Dropship? Oh, hello. Here, let's put a parasite over here. Just all the random critters, that's what they're called, the critters. Being able to parasite them to see incoming attack waves is very powerful. sometimes. But unfortunately, you can click and it says parasited if you are in StarCraft 1, so it's very, very easy to tell. You can't really sneaky parasite people's stuff if they are attentive. Then the next ability is Spawn Broodlings. It destroys an enemy unit that is non-robotic, so it cannot hit stuff like the Reaver, but it can hit most other stuff. It instantly kills them and it spawns 2 Broodlings. It's actually an ability that is pretty darn hard to use in StarCraft 1 because single target spells are really hard to cast with the way that spellcasting works in that game. However, I'm going to make some sweet use out of it, I think, just because it's so powerful. And then the third ability is Ensnare, which is, it's fungal growth, but it forgot to do damage. It's not very good, so we're not going to use it. I believe that it actually does decrease the attack speed of the target, which is pretty powerful. Kind of. There was there was a match in ASL, which is the big star league in StarCraft 1. Are you serious? You're mining all the way over there instead? Okay. Like herding cats. Where there's a strategy that involved dealing with a specific biological unit timing attack by rushing out ultras and a couple queens, and then hitting them with ensnare so they couldn't kite, and taking them all out with the ultras. It's a really niche and specific strategy, but it was super cool. I need a layer so I can get my Overlord upgrades. I want Overlord speed and I want Overlord drops. The chrysalis is mature. I am a little bit afraid of what they could possibly hit me with. So at this point, I'm getting ready to really up my production, and I'm trying to watch the mini-map. Yeah, just bring them right to the spores. Spores do insane damage in this game. Ooh, that is a spicy little siege tank. I have to try to not fight that for a bit. So I take all these guys down. Now I'm going to split right here. And then we're going to try to get on top and not get bopped. Nice. Oh, the parasite one just died. That's fine. Wings coming out. Try to protect. Yeah, this is a lot of pressure. Get the sunks to soak the shots because they have that extra armor attached to them. Very, very powerful. Layer is done, so I can get Overlord speed. Speed's more important than transport at this point. And then we're going to get a Queen's Nest, and we're going to get the Broodlings upgrade. And we're going to try to make some Queen stuff happen. We're going Queenling. And then these upgrades are almost done. That upgrade is done. Cool, cool, cool. I'm a little bit afraid of this area over here. I wish there was like a critter that I could put my vision on right here just so I could see them dropping me. But unfortunately that is not the case. We only have 1 minute until the chrysalis hatches and our mystery guest arrives. I don't know why I keep saying it like this. If you don't know who it is, then you're not paying attention. I don't want to say it like that. But it'll be really obvious once it hatches. In 30 seconds.
Cerebrate, the chrysalis is opening. Do not allow any Terrans near it.
They're not really trying, Zaz. They're just chilling. The Terran don't seem that interested in this chrysalis. I think that they were hyping this chrysalis up. I do hope it's a bionicle, though.
Arise, my daughter. Arise, Kerrigan.
By your will, Father, I live to serve. Let all who oppose the Overmind feel the wrath of the Swarm.
Well done, servant. What I have wrought this day shall be the undoing of my enemies. Let not a Terran survive.
You know, he orders you to not
Mother of God. Kerrigan, what have they done to you?
I love the scan. That's such a nice touch. Also, I was collecting money while all that was happening. That's hilarious. So, bad macro. I'll take it. So, Infested Kerrigan, 400 HP, cloak, ensnare, and can consume. She's not very good. Not yet. She does a lot of damage. She has some pretty good armor. And she's going to hide over here. She's actually very good base defense, which is fine enough. I'll take it. But she's not exactly the Queen of Blades murder machine yet. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. Okay. Let's get these overlords ready. And I definitely need... I'm trying to time out my gamete upgrade. This increases my queen energy and starting energy. So what I want to do is when there's like 42 seconds left, I am going to make a bunch of queen. I'm going to make a single queen because I'm supply blocked. I'm going to make a bunch of queens. And then, so my plan to deal with this base is I'm going to run in with the queens. I'm going to use spawn broodlings on these tanks. I should actually try to use parasite to spot the tanks. So we're going to cripple their... No! How could they have done this? I don't have a Hydra down. Uh-oh. Luckily, these are wraiths. Well, these are very vulnerable at this point. We gotta keep the overlords away from this. Oh, I wanted to cancel that. That was my bad. It's okay. I can use this egg to distract now. Oh no! I pressed D for Hydralisk, but Hydralisk doesn't start with a D. H. H for Hydralisk. Man, if this was any other unit, this would have been so scary. Any other unit.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Oh my gosh, there's more. How could they have had such an ornate strategy?
Our forces are under attack.
Whoa! General Duke a little bit pissed with his tanks right now.
Our forces are
Here, could you come? Hey, 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 stop. I'm, sir. What a dumb unit the Wraith is. How could they have had this and been like, yeah, this is a fine and balanced unit. It's definitely powerful enough. It's so good at the fighting. They were just scared of Cloak. Honestly, I get it. Cloak is a very scary ability. Like, especially when they were balance testing it, everyone sucked, so it was probably super OP. But still, like, that's just pathetic. Alright, so we got the Ovies, we got the Queenies, and we're going to head over here, fire a Broodling shot. Nice, nice. Let's check over here and see how things are. Oh, look, a siege tank. Look, a siege tank. Perfect. And then we just drop right here. Right onto this base. Now, there are infested Terrans in this game. It doesn't really matter on this mission, but I will infest for infested Terrans at some point. I do promise. Jim? You're supposed to notice me. How did this happen without them noticing that I was here? The objective is to click on this.
Our forces are under attack.
Huh. That was lackluster.
Sarah, is that really you?
To an extent. I'm far more than I once was, Jim. You shouldn't have come here.
But the dreams. I dreamed you were still alive, that somehow you were calling to me.
I was. While I was in the chrysalis, I instinctively reached out to you and Arcturus telepathically. Apparently, Arcturus sent Duke here to reclaim me. But that was then, Jim. I'm one of the Zerg now, and I like what I am. You can't imagine how this feels.
So, what? Are you gonna kill me now, darling?
That is certainly within my power. But you're not a threat to me, Jim. Be smart. Leave here now, and never seek to confront the Zerg again.
Doesn't look like I have much choice.
Smart Jim. If you haven't seen the clip on the Archives channel, I Want to Be in the Turret Where It Happened, it is about that cutscene, and it's really funny. I'm going to do another mission. I believe that the Amerigo is next. Yeah, so this is a no-build mission. So we can knock this one out of the way. So people told me that the cinematics pack... Okay, so actually, yeah, I'll talk about this once I get into the mission. Kerrigan, the newest and most powerful agent of the Overmind, has arisen from her embryonic chrysalis, but her formidable powers are still not fully functional. Kerrigan must now seek to unravel the ghost conditioning that keeps her powers in check. Once done, she will lead the Overmind's minions to complete domination over the unsuspecting Protoss.
Cerebrate, you watched over me during my incubation, and I am grateful to you. It is my wish that you continue your vigil, so that I might strengthen my powers to better aid the Swarm. I have been unable to access the totality of my latent powers, and as such, I would like to infiltrate a Terran science vessel and uncover the secrets of their abandoned ghost projects. If I can learn more about their mental conditioning, I can undo the damage their tinkering scientists have done to my mind.
Though you be the favored servant of the Overmind, you would do well to remember that you are just a servant. You know of our grand mission, Kerrigan. Would you put your personal whims before the will of the Overmind?
Do not cross me, Zaz. I will do as I see fit, and not you or any other Cerebrate shall stand in my way.
Let her go, Zaz. The greatness of her spirit has been left to her, that the swarms might benefit from her fierce example. Fear not her designs, for she is bound to me as intimately as any Cerebrate. Truly, no Zerg can stray from my will, for all that you are lies wholly within me. Kerrigan is free to do as she desires.
By your will, Overmind. Cerebrate, you must see that she comes to no harm.
Okay. So for the problem with cinematics,
Cerebrate, take these, the deadliest of my minions. They shall aid you in your search.
Hunter Killers, yes. So for cinematics, there.
Unauthorized entry detected.
Let me try again. So for cinematics, I figured out what the problem was, and I'm going to try to fix it before the next stream, or not stream, whatever this is called, the next video. What happened is, in the 8.0 update, there is a dummy file that is called cinematics and it has nothing in it. I had the proper cinematics installed when I played the previous time, which was the 7.0 patch. What happened was I reinstalled this to get the most updated version to do this playthrough, and when I did that, it replaced the cinematics with an empty file called cinematics. and it looked the same. That means that it should be a fairly easy thing. I'm going to uninstall all of Mass Recall. I'm going to reinstall it, and we are going to see if we can get everything up and working. By the way, if you are playing in the Brood War version of the game, you can do a really funny unburrow trick right here, where you burrow everything right here, then you wiggle Kerrigan a little bit, and you unburrow, and she ends up here, and then you can just walk to the end, which is like right there. Skips almost the entire mission. Obviously, we cannot do that here because StarCraft 2 is a robust game that is not glitchy at all. No one has ever found a glitch in it. Alright, we're going to ensnare the Goliaths. I'm not sure that was necessary. I'm just trying to use my energy in a useful way. Man, Kerrigan hits hard. 28 times 2, not bad. Slaughters them. Most important thing, I think, is to keep these lings alive. I don't want them to take too much heat. So I'm just going to drop ensnares. Oh, interesting. So in StarCraft 1, when you use the ensnare ability, it hits anything in its radius. That includes the units that you control. Makes ensnare a little bit hard to use with stuff like Zerglings. However, it does appear that in Mass Recall, it only hits enemies. That's actually pretty powerful. Makes the... Oh, why do we get an alarm clock sound? Kerrigan's taking damage. Wake up! Stop them. So they do fire slowly, right? Yes. It looks like it's a 25% attack speed reduction when you apply the ensnare ability. Yeah, that's actually pretty powerful. Much, much better than it is in StarCraft 1. I think I'm going to try to be using ensnare. Because, well, it's the same power. It might even be less power, but just not hitting my Zerglings is great. Because if you ever nail Zerglings with ensnare, it's like, oh good, they move slowly and they attack slowly. Those are the only two things that a Zergling has going for them. By the way, the Mass Recall dude really, really likes his cinematic lighting. So okay, that is really obnoxious. Is this in the options? No, it's not, because these are not the Mass Recall options. I will try to find a way if you can turn that alarm sound off, because I don't like it. I don't even know if these things are annoying to you guys, but I figure if I'm annoyed, then someone else is annoyed, and I just want you to be happy, you know? You work really hard and you deserve to not have to listen to an alarm clock when it's not time to wake up.
You'll never make it out of here alive, bitch.
Oh, remember when they used the B word? They do every once in a while in StarCraft 2, but not like regularly. So this should be the computer terminal. Hilariously, in StarCraft 1, any unit can go on that terminal, so you can put a Zergling on it and it'll open the doors, which I find hilarious. They just use their little hand claws to be like, hey, I'm typing on your computer. Does that shoot me? No, it doesn't. I could at least see a Hydralisk somehow figuring out how to use a computer, but Zerglings don't seem like they'd be that tech savvy, you know? 32 HP is very low. What is this music? Uh-oh. This is gonna get me copyright struck. I don't want to get copyright struck.
Teleportation field activated.
Oh, we're not done. Oh, this is gonna get me copyright struck. I know it. Get Mass Recall vibes all over again. Or, not Mass Recall vibes. Dark Story vibes all over again. Well, I hope that this part of the VOD's not silenced. Because then you couldn't hear the amazing, beautiful... Does Kerrigan even need to fight? What is this music? It's very weird. Well, we're almost near the end of the Amerigo Vespucci. I assume that's who this is named after, because that's the only person I know named Amerigo. Wait, can Kerrigan just cloak and walk past this? Yeah, she absolutely can. Nailed it. That's a short little no-build mission.
I have located the records I sought. We have everything we need here.
This is my least favorite no-build mission.
Kerrigan, I suggest you leave behind some hunter-killers to keep the Terrans off our trail.
No. I want hunter-killers. This is my least favorite of the no-build missions in StarCraft 1 because there's like nowhere to go off to the side to explore. It's a very linear cavern. A lot of the other installation missions just have these branching paths and stuff that I think are very cool and very fun. Alright guys, so thank you guys for watching. This is going to be the end of today's episode. I would like feedback on having no unit response sounds on. Do you think that this makes Zerg more manageable, or do you think that I should have them back on so we can have stuff, you know, doing their Zergy sounds? I would really appreciate that feedback, and I asked some other questions and I don't remember what they were. I will... Oh, well, that's inappropriate. I burped. You're not allowed to have bodily functions as a streamer. I'm going to have to end this stream real quick.